What is up, guys? This is Sean with Stay Gaming. I really wasn't gonna attack this video. I wasn't gonna do anything with it. I wasn't gonna post anything on it. And as you can see, obviously by the title, this is gonna be a letter to OGVexx, and maybe even a little bit of Ventus SGN, right? So there was a small issue with Vex posting basically about the issue with Shinobi Striker and a YouTuber by the name of KG971, I believe his name is, posting leaked video of the upcoming DLC for Shinobi Striker. It had like Tsunade, had Obito, you know, those things, right? And again, I don't want to get into the ethics of it with what KG did. If I had to really give my opinion on it, now what he did was posted the video, showed the content, but what he also did was started, I believe, charging people to have the info needed to be able to access that information. And this was all apparently done through PlayStation 4, right? This was all on PlayStation 4. So he data mined the information. He was able to access the information and posted the video and said, basically, if you guys want to do this same thing, I can charge you into knowing how to do this, and you guys can find out the same thing yourself, right? Of course, OGVexx had an issue with that and posted his responses to the whole situation. I said some things on in his comments, right? Because his entire rant was going at KG. Then what really pissed me off, right? And that's cool. I don't take anybody's opinion. You say what you want. You know, again, I never take anybody's opinion from them, right? And this guy likes to spout around the word facts, 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 right? Everything that apparently comes out of his mouth is facts. That's all he say. Everything that comes out of this guy's mouth, anytime he says something, to him, is facts, right? But what he really pissed me off about was when he mentioned another YouTuber by the name of Sergio. Sergio M3, forget the guy's name, but that name Sergio is synonymous, right, with Shinobi Striker content. Anybody that plays Shinobi Striker, you check the Reddits, you check the subreddits, Sergio's name is on there, right? So what pissed me off is the fact that he said he didn't even know who the hell Sergio was. And that bugged me, right? So I commented on that. I'm like, you can't say that you're for the community and you don't know who Sergio is. Now, mind you, Sergio may have, I think, like 7,000 or 8,000 subs, whatever. But everybody know who Sergio is. This guy posts content and lets Reddit users know, like he lets everyone know, hey, listen, this is what's coming out. You know, he's like, you know, those videos where people like predict things and they're like, oh, okay, this is coming out soon. And people are like, oh, okay, maybe it's prediction, maybe it's not. No, when Sergio says it, 9 times out of 10, it's coming out. Right? So he says he doesn't know who the hell Sergio is. And this is a guy who's supposed to be for the community. He's all about the community. This is, there's no one else who's done anything for the community other than me. And I'm like, okay. I start fact searching, right? I start going and finding things. And all I could see is just either rant videos of him talking about the community, not really giving any bit of insight or what people can do, or he's just posting his regular videos, his little let's plays or whatever the case may be, right? And of course, he down talks anybody else who either doesn't have a degree or who he feels is not in line with his train of thought. You know, if you don't think the same as one person, of course, that person says, oh, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, they try to discredit you based on your information because your information doesn't fall in line with their information, right? Now let's talk facts. He's Mr. I'm a computer science major, right? Now, that's a good way of kind of picking a degree that kind of varies with everything, right? Let's talk about my background. Graduate of Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale, Miami resident myself, got numerous degrees under my belt, from multimedia to IT to bachelor's of science, bachelor's of arts. My background mostly is a 3D environmental artist by trade. I mean, I got the degree in it. Top of my class, by the way, best demo of Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale. You can look it up, right? Numerous game companies I've worked for over 8+ years in the industry. So I kind of know some shit, right? So let me get that out the way. What I don't understand is him putting out this other video after we had a bit of a talking yesterday. Of course, today is the 19th. Me and him got into it on the 18th on Twitter. And I was like, listen, like, you say you're for the community, but I don't really see you post anything for the community. You don't do anything for the community. You're arrogant. You're very egotistical. And he thinks that if you don't have his subscribers and up, he doesn't pay you any attention. And that's what bothers me. It bothers me when these YouTubers like him, you know, talk down to the lower guys who are just starting out or just putting out content. And he feels because he's been doing this so long and he has his 170,000 subscribers that he is the end all be all. He is the go-to for Shinobi Striker content. Now, I don't like to get into debates like this. At the end of the day, this really kind of was like, I talked to a couple of my friends online and they were like, they started laughing, right? And I didn't want to respond to it until he posted this video that he posted today. And this was basically after we had a conversation, a short conversation, because both him and Ventus, this is why I posted Ventus' name, had something to say. I was like, listen, as crappy as a YouTuber that Ventus is, Ventus SGN, because again, I'm going to say names. Ventus SGN, clearly, if you watch a lot of his streams, a lot of his videos, man, this guy is the biggest child baby. He cries about everything. It's almost embarrassing to watch a grown man whine the way he does, right? And I'm talking about Ventus. But I'm not taking away the fact that Ventus posts content for Shinobi Strikers religiously. This guy posts a lot of Shinobi Striker content. If there was one person out of the slew of people that post content on this game, I would definitely say Ventus is top one. Now there's a couple other ones that, you know, that post other stuff, but Ventus, I think, religiously streams, posts, saves content, everything is Shinobi Striker. As shitty of a person that I know he is, and as baby as he is, as much as he cries on all his videos, the guy posts videos. Like, he is really down for this game to be somewhere where it needs to be. He doesn't want it to die, and you can tell that by the content that he puts on a regular basis. I said that in reference to OGVexx. I'm like, listen, you're very egotistical. Like, you don't have to do all this stuff like this. If you're for the community, you're for the community. Don't be on this other shit that you're on. You know, be for the community. If you say you have this inside scoop from Bandai, well, use those powers of persuasion or that power of influence that you say you have, and maybe get in contact with one of them to give people an actual answer. Don't keep blowing up smoke up people's asses, thinking that you have, or saying that you have all this inside info, and you don't have shit. You don't have nothing. You know what I mean? And I said, listen, as crappy as a YouTuber Ventus really is when it comes to his personality, that guy puts out content. Of course, they caught whiff of that because I tagged their names in it. And of course, what they do, they block me. Right? So it's one of those things where you tell somebody the truth, and in telling somebody the truth, they don't like to hear it. So what's the first thing they can do? What's the thing they have power to do? They block. So that's fine. That's cool. I don't have any issues with you blocking me. You don't have to worry about me ever mentioning your name again. But it's so funny. Me and PS360 HD, which me and him were actually going at OGVexx and Ventus, right? We were going at these guys. I'm a more lower end YouTuber. I mean, I don't have, again, I'm just starting out. These guys, you know, have bigger subscriberships than me, but I mean, I'm still putting out content, quality content, I think, for my channel, right? And what was funny to me is Vex goes and posts his, you know, his bank account and all this other egotistical shit. Again, egotistical, because anybody that has actual facts on anything, we're talking games, you're talking dollars. We're talking what you do for the community, you're talking dollars. What does that have to do with anything? If you are for the community like you say you are, say what you're doing for the community. We can give two shits about what your bank account looks like, right? If that's what you're really going for. Now, if you want to talk about what I'm doing for the community, especially for the community on Xbox, and I wish I can do it for all other consoles, but what I'm doing for the community on Xbox, through Discords, through Reddit, I'm actually hosting tournaments, giving real prizes that are bought with my money. Okay? I'm taking my money, purchasing prizes, and hosting tournaments to keep the interest still going for this game, Shinobi Striker. Now, Mr. 75K in your bank, what are you doing for the community? Instead of trying to rally up people to kind of be on your side and try to talk to them and persuade them into believing that you are doing something for this community, which we both know you're not. We both know you're not. Okay? Again, I had small things to say about Ventus. I just think he's a shitty person. I can't take away from his content, but Ventus, he makes content for Shinobi Striker. He's a shitty person, but he makes good content. But you, Vex, what are you doing for the community? You're not doing anything. Matter of fact, let's even go a little deeper than that, Vex. Let's go a little deeper. What I believe, why you're trying to harp so hard on KG posting the video and doing all these things that you say he did that was so wrong and illegal, and how all these big time YouTubers are coming down on you because they posted the video that he posted of you know, this DLC that hasn't come out yet, and you're trying to, you know, bring all this legal mumbo jumbo jargon into the equation. The real reason why you're upset is because you didn't have the exclusive to that. It's because they found out this information and they were able to post it before you did. Let's keep that 100. You're upset. So what you do, because you're so struggling and so trying to get this subscribership up of yours, because you feel in your egotistical, narcissistic mind, you feel that you should be on a different plateau than the rest of everyone, than the Afro Senjus or the Rhyme Styles or the PS360s or the Kenzos or all the rest of the guys that are doing way better than you, the TGN animes. Those guys, the Black Hokages, the Super Saiyan Cabby 28s, you want to be at that level. You want to be at that level, but you can't. You can't. So what you're doing, you're stirring up a little mischief. You're stirring up problems and trouble and mentioning people's names and bringing these legalities into the mix. When in actuality, what you should be doing, brother, is actually doing something for the community. Actually preparing stuff for the community to do. Create events. Be a part of the community. Go to the Reddit subreddits. Create stuff for people to actually do. Spend some of that $75,000 that you have in that bank account that we can give two shits about because everybody has money. Why don't you take some of those dollars maybe and create an event if you really want to do something? Instead of waiting for Bandai to do something, why don't you do what I did? A very small YouTuber putting stuff together and using money out of his own pocket to be able to create events. Why don't you do something like that, brother? You're making all these accusations of illegal activities for KG and Sergio and all these people you mentioned in PS360, but what are you doing for the community? Because if we want to also put facts into it, let's go up and search Shinobi Striker. I see one video of yours. That's it. But at the end of the day, there's nothing else you have. You don't have anything. It's just you talking on a screen. I see a ton of other videos from credible people. Now, if you're upset because, you know, all these other YouTubers had the opportunity to go to the tuning exams and go to here and have these contacts with, you know, Bandai, Namco, and you don't have that connection, then I'm sorry. Then that's something that you have to do. Maybe step your game up. Maybe, I don't know. I can't speak for them. You know, I don't know what their prerequisite were to inviting these people. You know what I mean? You know, get your subscribers up. But this is not the way you get your subscribers up, brother. Causing drama and causing problems and making these accusations and all this other shit. Like, you don't do stuff like that. Real people, real men don't do stuff like that. If you want to stay in your own lane, then you wouldn't have to mention somebody possibly doing something illegal. It bothers you that much? Does it take money out of your pocket for KG to be doing that? Or Sergio to be doing anything like that? Are you the Bandai police that you have to talk with Sergio so that you can get some clarification and stop using people's names? Because what you did was you used Sergio's name, and that's called defamation. Especially when you don't know the whole story, you put him in the same bracket as doing illegal activities. That's why people go to jail for doing shit that they never did in the first place, because of people like yourself. People like you that point the finger. Oh, he did it. He did it. He did it. And that guy goes to jail and he didn't do not one thing. Okay? I'm sorry you're not a part of the Bandai elite. Sorry. Hell, shit, we're all trying to get there, brother. But at the end of the day, you need to understand, if you're going to be for the community, you be for the community. If you're going to be a rat, hell, be a rat. At least now we know what we're dealing with. We know that when we go to OGVexx's YouTube channel, we're going to get rat shit. That's what we're going to get. We're going to get somebody who is going to be searching around, looking for people who are in the wrong, looking for people who are doing illegal activities. Now we all should know that Vex is the go-to guy for rat shit. We know that he's the snake now in the quote-unquote Shinobi Strikers community. Now, I would think that nobody that I know of, at least respectable people, don't really want to do business with snakes. Now, would you? Or rats, for that matter. Now, with that being said, I hope this is the last time I'm going to have to make a video like this, guys. I'm so sorry that this is the kind of video that needs to be uploaded or even talked about. I'm already running up on 20 minutes as we speak. But, again, it's something that needed to be said. I'm kind of at a point where I'm just tired of these YouTuber guys that say they're for the community and they're not doing a damn thing about it. It pisses me off. And at the end of the day, like I say, I'm calling them on it. What are you doing physically for the community? What are you doing? Let's ask you that, OGVexx. With that being said, this is Sean again. As always, y'all, stay gaming.